Hello everyone, it's Kingsley again. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'm going to do something a little bit different. I was watching a YouTube video the other day from one of the people I follow who is a runner, and he talked about when you're doing trail running to try and incorporate some walking into your running. Now, I've never done that. In fact, to me that's anathema. When I used to run with people when I was younger, if they needed a rest or needed to open a gate or stop for some reason, I jogged on the spot. I never stopped. I just don't do stopping. And so for me that sounds a crazy thing. When I was a kid, well in fact up to very recently, I never walked up a set of stairs. I ran them up. I never walked down a set of stairs. I slid down the banister. And that's the way I was since I was a child. And so the idea of incorporating walking, it almost seems to me like weakness. Tonight's video is all about incorporating some walking on the steeper bits into your run. Let's see how we get on. So here we go. I've gone nearly a mile and I'm heading up to, that's the Black Hamilton again. That's where I became unstuck on the last run. So I've come off road, I came down from my car about a mile. I'm going through past a couple of old disused reservoirs, through some woods, and then I come to the steps, and these are the steps I'll stop at because I'm actually going to walk up the steps tonight. So I'll see you at the bottom of the steps. Probably one of the first runs that I used to do with my best friend Phil, and I used to run down this, and it gets pretty steep. We ran from Osmotherley Centre, and you can see, I don't know if you can sense how steep it is, but it goes down into that black hole and then up a bit of a hill. And we used to run this regularly many years ago. So it's good tonight, but it's heading over to the steps. Wow, can you see all the pheasants? Look at them down behind me. Hundreds of them. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen so many. And then when pheasant season opens up, all the guys come pay a lot of money and come and shoot them. Isn't this gorgeous? I've just come past those old reservoirs which aren't being used anymore, and I'm heading behind me to the steps. Now, these steps get very steep and I've always run them, but tonight I've said to you I'm going to walk them and see how I get on. I've been running so far, but now I'm going to walk and see how I get on. I've done over 1.5 miles so far, so I'll tell you at the top what it's like. By the way, I'm going to speed this up because you don't want to watch a video of me walking up 100 and something steps, so I'll actually speed it up, but I am actually walking. I've walked that. I'm still as wrecked. We're looking into the sun unfortunately, but you can see where the steps were. If I walk back a little bit, normally I run up them, but it's a great walk and a great challenge. If you see there, it's a great challenge to come up, but I've tried it differently this evening. I'm walking it, and so far so good. I'm closer to the Black Hamilton, so it's time to start running again. So let's see how we get on. I'll talk to you again soon. Well, that's 3 miles done. I'm enjoying it so far. I had that walk, the rest of it I've run. I'm running slowly. You can see Billsdale mast behind me. A few weeks ago, that went on fire. How does a mast go on fire? And it'll not be fixed for another 2 weeks, so nobody has got TV around this area. It was funny, we were in Hemsley the other night, just a village near here, and Kathy and I found this spa hotel. Never heard of it before, never seen it before. We wandered in and thought, oh, there's a swimming pool, that'd be lovely. So we said our pleasantries to the people there and said, oh, we'll maybe book a night here. Came back and found out it starts at £470 a night. I thought, okay, maybe not this week. And while somebody was checking in while we were there, the guy said, oh, sorry, but there's no TV. That's what made me think of it. £470 a night, and you don't even have a TV. Wonderful. Wow, it's warm today, but I'm still running. I've come from over there. I've done 4.5 miles. Now I'm turning back down into the sun, run this way back towards Sheepwash. So it's been great so far. I'm enjoying it. Mixing up my walking with my running, mainly running actually. But when I get to Sheepwash, I'm going to walk up that hill back towards my car. So I'm trying to be faithful to the walking as well. See you later. 4.5 miles. Look behind me here. This is right down into the valley. Isn't that gorgeous?
Everything and all that I can sing is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, I'm descending now towards the reservoir. It's over that way, over there. And you can see where I've come from behind. Beautiful up here with the purple heather. And then I'm going down that way. So I'm going down towards the car park, and then I've got a steep hill up then, back towards my car, and I'm going to stop and I'm going to walk that. So I'll stop and talk to you just when I get to the bottom. So I'm running down this bit. I've done 6.67 miles so far. So here I am, I made it to Sheepwash. It's just over 7 miles. This is a beautiful part of the world. I run a lot up here, and some of you will have seen this in previous videos, but this is quite a steep bit coming up, and I'm going to walk up it, but I'll do it again at speeded up, so you're not watching me walk up a hill.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's up the steepest part of the hill, so I've walked that. So that's 2 long sections that I've walked. So we'll see what I feel when I get back to the car. I've got about another mile before I get back to my vehicle. So I've done 7 point something at the moment. So we'll have a little think when I get back to the car. See you soon. Well, there you go. That's it finished. I'm back to my car. 8.3 something miles. So that's a good run. I walked 2 sections of it. As you've seen, the rest of it I've run. Stopped once or twice just to show a bit of the scenery. But a good run, a beautiful evening, just to show you around how beautiful this is. We're still back towards Black Hamilton again, which you've seen several times. And I've enjoyed that. So if you were to ask me how successful that was, as far as running, walking is concerned, well, obviously it took a lot longer. So that's one thing. You've got to have the time. I think there are about 3 things that I would say about it. One is that it gave me time as I stopped to get my breath back, so that was good, and I enjoyed that actually. The second thing is I thought when I was younger that if I stopped I'd never get started again, and actually I did start again and there was no problem. And the third thing is actually it was probably easier from the point of view that when you go round, I knew those 2 steep bits were facing me and I didn't have to face them, so it actually made it more enjoyable. So running or walking, well, you can do both. And I think if you're running a steep route, a steep trail, then actually it's a good idea to, when you get to the steep bits, to walk. I'm being eaten by flying ants tonight, but it's a good idea to stop and to walk those bits, and it'll help you to go a little bit further. So hope you enjoyed that. I'll be doing it certainly again, and if you enjoyed it, please subscribe to the video, hit the button and the bell, and there'll be another one next week. So we'll see you again soon. Remember, you're not old yet.